Start on our belly and let your forehead rest on top of the hands. And I want to encourage you just to start with a couple rounds of breath tonight. So really getting the body settled, balanced before we move and manipulate. Just taking a nice deep inhale, feel the belly just kind of lift into the floor. Really expand with the breath in and slowly release the breath out. So nice and easy as you release. I'm going to do that 3 more rounds. Just breathing in with control, filling the belly so that the belly presses into the floor. And exhaling just with slow control. Again, a couple more rounds. We're using this again just to get the body to find a little balance, settle from the day. So let's find another round of breath here. Nice and easy in. And nice and easy out. So as we begin to move into the first little stretch, we're just going to slide the elbows under the shoulders. Get the hands nice and wide, so the fingertips open, palms down. We're just going to press down into the ground and really press your heart forward. Try and draw the shoulders away from your ears and just settle into this pose for a moment. Let your back get a little bit of extension to it. Try and find, again, another couple rounds of breath. Just settle through the space in between the shoulder blades. Allow your neck to feel long. So shoulders dropping down, elbows kind of press into the ground. I'm going to take 2 more rounds of breath here. Let your glutes relax. Another round of breath, nice and full in. Nice and relaxed, take it out. So moving into a few more press-ups, you can keep your hands just where they are. You can work them wider, right? So as you press up, elbows off the floor, we're moving into some extension here. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further, slide your hands back just at the level of the shoulders. Let your shoulder blades relax down your back as you peel the body up, and slowly work the body down. All right, so nice and easy. If you want to work with the breath, inhale up. Your gaze can slightly look up. Exhale, lower down, gaze is down. Right, inhale, pull it up. And exhale, release it down. And just take that up and down a few more times for me. Just slowly working that spine, mobilizing just the segments, nice and controlled. Don't force it, there's no need. I'm gonna do that one more time, wherever you are. Let the shoulders again, just relax down, peel it up, and peel it down. So just shifting from here, we're gonna move to table. Walk the knees wide, bring the feet together, and just rest your body back in child's pose. As you settle the hips to your heels, let your forehead release down. Don't worry too much about extending into the stretch just at the moment. Let your body just kind of settle into it. Let the spine relax and let all the muscles along the spine just release tension. And big breath in, easy breath out. Shifting back up to table, You're gonna find a few rounds of cat-cow. Again, we just wanna get the joints manipulating a little bit before we stretch. So the tail will lift, the belly lowers, and your gaze is forward. And then starting at your tail, just like a wave, try and articulate all the way up the spine, from the tail all the way to the head. And repeat, starting again at the tail, lifting it up, lowering the belly, letting the heart release down and looking forward. Again, start at the tail and just slowly move your way up. Taking the gaze back to the navel. Again, starting back at the tail, lifting the tail, lowering the belly, lowering your heart, taking your gaze forward. Another round, starting at the tail. Just gently mobilize up. And then lifting the tail again, allowing the belly to lower, chest to lower, gaze to lift forward. And then just moving back to neutral. We're going to take the right hand, flip the palm up. You're going to just slide right through for thread the needle. Resting down on the right side of your face. Kind of creep your hand, your left arm forward, extending it a little bit. So going into a little bit deeper stretch here. I want you to just find a nice little pause. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds. As you release into the stretch, find the breath nice and deep to the lower belly, the lower ribs, really filling the trunk. Letting the shoulder blades just kind of sink away from the ears. The breath can be a really nice addition to stretching because of where all these muscles attach in relationship to the diaphragm. So when we're here and we're resting in the stretch, focus on your breathing. Carrying it down again to those lower ribs. Now, as we shift off of this, it's going to be a really light change of position of the trunk. So keep your right arm where it is and start to shift so that your heart and your face are directly facing down. So that means you're going to pull that right arm just a little bit back, and it changes the stretch now into the right shoulder. Okay? You can take the left arm and kind of sneak it in right on top of the right, if that feels okay. Or pausing for a moment in this nice little arm stretch. And here in a second, we're going to take the thread the needle stretch on the opposite side. So now slide that right arm out, crawl it forward, and find that twist now in the mid-back going to your left side now. So left on the bottom, left side of your face, that left shoulder is sinking away from the ear, right arm is reaching. Again, just focus on your breath. Carrying it low, really filling up the rib cage. Gentle release. We're going to take about 2 more rounds of breath before we move into that arm stretch. Again, nice big breath in. Now, as we just gently make that little shift, heart is down, gaze is down. You're pulling that left shoulder back slightly, and then you can take the right hand and wrap it on top of the left and hold for a moment. As we release out of that, let's just shift back to our heels. And we're going to keep our arms in this twist. So the right arm is on top, and we're going to lift up and weave around for eagle arms. So hands in front of your face. You're going to take the hands just slightly away. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Lift the elbows up gently. And keep that chin tucked parallel to the floor. Keep your arms just like this. Take a look over to your right. Hold. Gently release, look over your left shoulder. And we're moving back to center. Keep your arms in this shape, but just unwind them. Okay, and then coming back around, we're gonna switch so that the left arm is now on top. Weaving around again for eagle. So elbows are up, shoulder height. We want the shoulder blades to relax down and the hands to move away from your face. Nice and tall through the spine, the belly's in. Find a breath. Take a look over the left shoulder. As far as you can go. And then gently look over that right shoulder. Full range of motion. And then release back to center. Just unwind the arms and crawl back forward. So hips are now above the knees. Take your hands forward on each corner of the mat and start to lower your forehead towards the floor. Your fingertips might move so that they're like pointing out at a diagonal, or you can turn your thumbs up if that feels better on your shoulders. I want you to try and sink through the mid-back area. So we're getting a little back extension here. Little stretch into the flanks of the body. If this is too much, you just lift the torso up a little bit and move out of the stretch. So allow yourself to move here into this melting heart position. We're going to find a few rounds of breath. If this ever feels too much, just walk back into child's pose. It's all good. One more round of breath in. And one more round out. Start crawling yourself back all the way up. And we're going to shift our weight back onto our seat. Drawing the right foot forward, the left knee is going to bend. All right, so taking the right arm straight up, we're going to twist to the left and hug around the left knee. Nice and tall through the spine, looking over that left shoulder. If it feels appropriate, you can hook the elbow on the outside of the knee, okay? Which might give you a little more stretch in that mid-back region. Hold. We're trying to hold our stretches, again, about 30 or 45 seconds. And that equates usually to about 4 or 5 rounds of breath. So when you're doing these things at home, try and just find intentional rounds of breath. So as you shift back, facing forward, let the left knee fall wide, tuck that left foot up. Sit nice and tall through the spine, so your hips almost want to hinge forward a little bit or roll forward a little bit. You're on the sharpest bones. And then hinge forward, so we're getting that great hamstring stretch. If we're really rounded here at the lower back, not going to get the most benefit out of the stretch. So really think about lifting and lengthening the spine before we make that shift forward into the stretch. All right, flex the foot back towards you. Again, you can hold around the foot, or you can leave your hands propped behind you to just give you that little reminder and lift up. So wherever you can, hold for a moment. Stay right here. Tonight we're working through 2 different fascial lines. We're working through our arm line and our back line. 2 really common lines in the body that tend to get really cranky and tight. Release out just for a moment. Slide the left foot long and bend that right knee. So nice and tall through the spine. The left arm is going to reach up. Take a little twist over that right shoulder. If you can hook that elbow, great. If not, no biggie. You can just hug around the knee. Stay nice and tall for me. Flex that left foot that's long. Just make sure we're nice and locked out there. Again, coming back to the breath. As you move back to center, release the right knee wide, tuck that right foot up, right into the inside of that left thigh. Hinge and lift along in the spine as you hinge forward. right? You can hold on to the foot. You can have your hands anchoring back, whatever feels good for you. If you've got your belly all the way down on the thigh, you can totally roll forward, moving head to knee, okay? But if you feel like you're just kind of curling at that pelvis, try and really encourage the pelvis to tilt and tip forward on this hamstring stretch. Get your max benefit, right? And really kind of sink, hold, find that nice long lengthening. Keep that foot pointed up towards the sky, heel down. Left thigh is engaged and tight. Going to protect that hamstring a little bit more. As you release out of this, we're going to roll back forward onto hands and knees and tuck into downward dog. So tuck the toes. Hands are right under the shoulders. We're going to lift up and back. And from here, like bend your knees a little bit. So you can really tilt the tailbone up. Press into the floor with those hands. Lengthen that spine. From here, now start to peel the feet, the heels down towards the ground. The thighs are engaging. Full body lengthening here. Hold in for a moment. Looking forward, let's step our feet and hands together. And once you get there, keep the knees slightly bent so that you can really drape the torso down. Okay? I want the tail to feel like it's lifting up towards the ceiling. Okay? So if the hamstrings are too tight and your legs are too locked out, you're not going to be able to get that release in the lower back. So sometimes bending the knees gives us a better stretch here. So let the torso really release down. Let the spine just give way to gravity. Let the crown of the head release. So shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let those muscles relax and just hang that head for me. As you're here and you're comfortable in this, you can start tightening the thighs, the front of your thighs, pressing the knees back. Finding a bit more stretch in the lower back and the hamstrings. So we're getting the entire posterior line of the body here right now. Keep those arches slightly lifted. We don't want the feet flat. But the ball mounds of the feet should be planted firmly on the ground. And another round of breath here. Soften the knees, come all the way to standing. And just stand nice and tall. I can get a nice reach. It always feels really good. I'm going to grab my blocks for this next sequence. I'm going to move into pyramid. So those always are helpful for me if it's been a long day on my feet. All right, so you don't have to use blocks, but they can be handy. All right, so we're going to put the right foot right in between the blocks. Can go right in between or right behind it. All right, we're going to step the left foot back about 3 feet, 2 or 3 feet. Just kind of depends on the legs here. Take the hands right to those hip pointers. And I want to see if you can point so that both hips are forward. So what I did is just move my feet a little bit wider. It just gave me a little bit more room. All right, we're going to draw the tailbone down and then start hinging forward at the waist. Hinging so much that we're parallel with the floor. You might feel that right leg start kicking in. You can place your hands right on the blocks. Act as if this right hip is kind of someone's behind you and giving you a little tug on that right hip crease back. At the same time, this left hip pointer is kind of shifting itself forward, okay? This can make the sciatic nerve kind of speak to you. So if you've got tightness in that sheath or along the nerve, You might feel a little nummy, okay? If you are, you might want to back out a little bit. So as we hold, just find your breath. We're going to take a couple different things here. Take the right hand and place it right on your lower back. Don't move the shape of the legs. Just start to peel the right shoulder up. And you're going to feel that right leg a little more intense. Peel right back down. Place that right hand on the ground or the block. And I'm going to move the block so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right, we're going to peel the right foot up, but the heel will stay down, okay? And then put it right back down and peel it right back up. So we're just pumping the ankle here, getting a little sciatic stretch at the end of its track. Peel the foot up and then place it down. The heel stays down the whole time. Peel up, place down. I'm going to do one more. Peel up, place down. Okay. So from here, take the blocks. I'm going to put them around my foot again. Bend the right knee and start to plant the left knee on the ground. All right. Coming from here, we're going to stand, or not stand up, but just shift the shoulders up above the hips. Draw the tailbone down, tighten the belly into the spine. Shift our weight forward. Shoulders are still stacked up over the hips. Hold nice and steady there. So taking a couple different things here, you're going to slide that right hand behind your back, and you're going to place the left hand across your right knee. Peel that right shoulder open behind you. Keep the shape of the legs. Draw back to center, plant the right hand on your thigh, and reach the left arm up, slightly bending off to the right. So again, we're still tight through the core, that tailbone's down. Draw back up and reach both arms up, thumbs are back, and we're gonna peel a little further back into a little tiny back bend. 3, 2, 1. Getting the whole length of that psoas. So tuck that back foot, we're gonna lift the knee again, shift that left heel in, press back for intense side stretch or pyramid again. Okay, so we're back in the same exact spot here. If you feel steady on your feet, slide your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and draw the fingers up. Just a little addition, you don't have to add that piece. Releasing the hands, bend that right knee, step the left foot to meet the right, come all the way up. Now as you do, I want you to take the right foot behind your left foot, take the right hand on top, or reaching the right hand up towards the sky. We're gonna just side bend over to the left. So now we're getting that lateral line. So holding there, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. So you're gonna take this on the other side. So taking your blocks, we're gonna step right foot back. Right? Again, everyone's gonna be a little bit different here with how far they go. Honestly, sometimes too close is harder. So you gotta find kind of your sweet spot as you practice here. All right, so shifting those hips, pointing forward. We're gonna draw that tail down again, nice and neutral in the pelvis, and then we hinge at our waist, moving forward. Once we get parallel there, we can just place the hands down. And you might notice maybe it's a little different one side versus the other. A lot of you guys online and in here know if got lots of knee issues. The side is tighter. It might not go down as far. It's okay. I'll work into it, right? So allow your body to settle into these things softly. Imagine someone's behind you on that hip, the left hip, and just giving you a little tug back on that femur. And at the same time, that right hip is just reaching forward to really level those hips out. So if you could place a plate on your back. Hold with some control. Think about weight bearing through the ball mound of your big toe. Arch is still nice and supported. Take that left hand, put it right behind your back. Okay. Then you just peel gently the left shoulder towards the sky. Try not to change the shape of your hips or your back, right? There. And lower down with control. And now we're going to go into that pumping action with the foot. Okay, again, this is a sciatic nerve stretch. So if you're getting a little nummy, you can hold off on this one. You can play with just the toe lifting. You kind of just see what your body's going to tolerate. But heel stays down, and the foot just pumps up and down, nice and easy. So we're taking about like 5 or 6 of them. Again, we're just flossing that sciatic nerve as it wraps down the calf and into the bottom of your foot. One more time. Awesome. All right, so from here, you're going to bend that left knee, plant the right foot down, and we're going to peel our way up, shoulders over hips. Again, let's set the pelvis correctly for the stretch. So we don't want to have a big arch. So draw into that good position with the pelvis. We're going to shift the weight forward slightly. And take the left hand just behind your back, and you're going to wrap the right hand across to that left knee and look over the left shoulder. Keep shifting the hips forward equally. Okay. Find that nice stretch in the front of that right thigh. Hold. Keep the pelvic position where we want it. All right, shifting back to center, plant the left forearm and reach the right arm up. And gently bending to the left. The psoas is a huge muscle group attaching up to the diaphragm and down into our leg bone or thigh bone, right? It curves a little bit. Come all the way back to center and reach both arms up. Take a little back bend. So really big muscle here. And you gotta have that good positioning of the low back and pelvis to really get the full stretch here. So as we drop back down and frame the foot, we're moving back into that pyramid-like position. So lift that back knee up, tuck that heel in. We're straightening both legs back again. We're here. Get that nice position lined up with the pelvis so that right hip's kicking forward, left back. If it feels right, wrap the hands behind you, knuckles up, torso nice and long. Right hip really moving forward. Left hip energetically pressing back. The legs are super active in this stretch. And gently release. Bring the right knee or right foot to the left, come all the way up. We're going to tuck the left foot right behind the right. And reach the left arm up. On the side, bend over. Hold. All the way up. Untuck the feet. And we're coming all the way back down. Move those blocks out of the way. Release the legs back behind you. Drop the knees down. Press back. Child's pose. This time, since we have our blocks, place the blocks at the top of the mat. And place your hands on the blocks. So the knees might go a little wider. Right? And if you can, turn the palms slightly up. And then let yourself settle into this lat stretch. So this is a muscle that attaches to the coccyx bone or the tailbone and all the way up to the inside of the arm bone. Big muscle attaches also to the shoulder blade. Really use your breath to let that relax. Try and let your shoulder blades just open up on the inhale. And as you exhale, sink down into it a little deeper. Let the shoulder blades relax. Just a little bit of focus stretching here on the lats. Take one more round of breath in. Nice big breath out. Turn the palms down and just simply slide the blocks a little closer to midline. Okay. Now we're going to hold the right hand forward. Just let the left arm rest off to the side or even by your legs. Flip the palm forward and up. And then we're going to take a little twist to the right. Okay, so imagine that the right ear is on the right bicep. The left shoulder is gently lifted towards the ceiling. And it's really focusing a stretch on that right side of the lats, right side of the flank. Okay. Hang into this for me for just a minute. Release from there. We're going to move the left arm out in the same way. Bring the right arm right by your side. You're going to find that little mid-body twist. And that left ear is just moving right towards the left bicep. Right shoulder is gently twisted towards the sky. And we're finding our breath nice and full. About 4 or 5 rounds. Actively trying to release tension out of this muscle. Again, it wraps the entire length of the body. And just gently releasing from there. Take a second, we're going to use the blocks again. So at home, if you don't have your blocks, it's okay, you can still do this. You just won't get it as intense. But we're going to go into a heart opener here. So we're going to make the blocks in the shape of a T. The one on the top is a little bit higher. Some people can go all the way up to the top height. That is pretty aggressive. So if you don't want to, the T, the bottom one here, the one that's closer to me, that is going to be right in between the shoulder blades. I don't want it on the lower back because that's going to hurt. This one is going to go right at the base of the head, okay? So as you lay down, just keep the knees bent. Lie right back on the block. Place the other block again on that point in the head, in the back of the head. And let the arms just rest wide with the palms up. If you don't have anything here with the block, like at home, the blocks, you can use a couch cushion, you can use a thick blanket, a bolster, something like that, right? But we're gonna be here for about a minute. I want you to find where your biggest stretch is. So if you bring your arms out wide like a T, you can kind of slide the arms along the floor up until you start to feel a nice little pulling across the chest. Just keep your knees bent. The knees can rest together, or you can rest the knees wide at down angle if that feels better. Again, we're really focusing on more of the arm line tonight, not as much as the front. So allow the body to just kind of settle into the stretch. Notice if any areas or tissue is tightening and restricting you. And just close the eyes and really, again, concentrate on your breathing. See if you can use the rhythm of your breathing to really consciously ask the muscles to relax into the stretch. Continue to let the head and spine get heavy, allowing the front body to really drape here. Got about 10 more seconds left. All right, so slowly come out of that stretch by sliding those arms down. I'm going to shift just off to the side and roll off the blocks. And just go ahead and put your blocks off to the side, and then we're going to roll right down onto your right side. Okay. Now, you can just let your head kind of hang off to the side. If it feels better, you can put your block under your head or a blanket or something like that. But we're going to go into some reach and rolls. So a little more mobility here to end the class. So place the palms of the hands together right in front of you. And you're going to reach that top arm a little bit further. And as you do, the shoulder blades will kind of broaden open in the back. And then as you peel open, I want you to try and keep your hips stationary and your legs stationary as you draw that left arm towards the floor behind you. And then close it down with control and reach forward again. Okay, we've got a couple of these. Open the body up again. Left arm to the floor, the legs stay stationary. Release and reach. 2 more of these. And take your time, roll it open. You can always hold on to your ribs on that left side. It helps to mobilize them open. And release one more time. Stretch and open. One more time. All right, let's just simply switch going onto the left side. Okay. Roll right on over. I'm just gonna move so you guys see that side. So arms are in front of you. I'm gonna take about 4 of these. So tuck the knees up, hands together. You're gonna reach that right arm forward, broaden the shoulder blades. Open back up in the twist. Keep the legs and the trunk, the legs and the hips stationary. Close it back down and reach that right arm forward. And open back up. Nice little easy twist. Let's take 2 more. Close it down and reach. And open it up. Twist. And 1 more. Close that down. And 1 more time. Open it up. All right, from here, just gonna roll right back onto our back. Again, you can lie flat. Have that block on your head if you want. Let's take your hands right around the thigh. And we're gonna point the foot up. So I'm on my right leg to start. Press the foot towards you, heel to the sky. Point the foot up. Pull the foot back down. Point and flex. Again, working that sciatic nerve. 1 more time, pull the foot towards you. And if you have that strap handy, you can wrap it right around your foot. Allow the left leg to extend long, heel on the ground. And start to give a nice little pull. Left leg is engaging, thigh is tightening. Hold your breath. You're going to take the left knee and draw it into your chest. So hug it in and start to draw the right leg out to the side. At the same time, you can take the left knee and just kind of hug it up towards that left armpit. You can go as wide as you can, but I want you to keep your hips stationary and planted on the ground. Okay, so only go how far wide the inner thigh will allow you without tipping the pelvis. Okay. Move back to center for me. We're going to switch this out, but actually before we do that, we want to take a few little nerve glides. So just lose the strap, place your hands behind the thigh, reach the foot towards the ceiling, point the foot up and flex the foot towards you. Point, flex, point, flex. 2 more. And then take that strap right around the foot. Reach the foot towards the sky, heel up. Extend that right leg long and tighten the thigh as you give that left leg a nice little stretch back. Again, right thigh is engaged. Now bend the right knee, pull it into your chest. As you move that left leg out wide, the right knee might move more towards the right armpit. Keep those hips level and on the ground. Find your breath. right back to center and lose the strap. From here, I'm gonna have you roll back over for me onto hands and knees. We've got just a couple minutes here. Arch nice and big up into cat pose. Press the feet down, hands down. Release that, tuck the toes. Let the tail lift, the belly down, gaze forward. Find neutral position with the spine. And we're gonna move right into down dog. Nice big long stretch here. Gonna shift our weight forward, drop the knees down, lower all the way to the ground. Keep your hands where they are, peel the body up, release back down, tuck those toes under as you shift up into table and then back into down dog. Got 2 or 3 more of these. Shifting forward, you can drop the knees, lower with control. Peel the body up, lower it down, tuck the toes from table into down dog. Let's take one more. Peel it forward, drop the knees, lower down, peel it up, lower down, tuck your toes, table, down dog. And then just walking ourselves forward for a nice steep forward fold. Again, grabbing from or lowering the torso, letting the crown of the head release, the tail up. Really think about engaging the thighs back, so tighten the front of the thighs. The feet are kind of soft, but the arches are supported and up. The crown of the head is really releasing here, allowing the muscles along the spine to release tension, relax. And the knees and softly roll up and lengthen the arms. Nice and long. Exhale, release all the way back down. We're going to step the feet back, knees down and knees wide, feet together. Press back. We're going to just end here for a minute in child's pose. Let your body really sink down, losing restriction around the spine. Let the body just settle, finding some peace. Thanks for letting me guide you through practice today, everyone. It was a fun little stretch. 45 minutes, that's what we got. So take all the time you want, especially at home. You guys can rest and take your time with everything. So hopefully you feel good and you sleep well.